As human beings, creativity comes naturally to us. Our instincts drive us to seek improvement and to create. While it's true that not everyone possesses the same level of creativity, there are ways to enhance our thinking capacity. In this video, we will explore a few techniques that can help you think like a genius. Research suggests that people who are more creative engage brain networks that don't typically work together simultaneously. The researchers wanted to find out if the brains of consistently creative people exhibited different activation patterns than other brains. One of the researchers stated that people who think more flexibly and come up with more creative ideas are better able to engage these networks that don't typically work together and make them do so. For those who feel that being creative doesn't come naturally, there is still hope. It's not clear that learning to link up our networks can't be done. Neuroscientist and neuropsychiatrist Nancy Andreessen studied the brains of 13 of the most famous artists, scientists, mathematicians, and writers, and she found some vital patterns in the minds of creative geniuses. Curiosity is present to help us attain a much deeper understanding of the world we live in and the things that really matter. Creative people are known to question the norm and the assumptions made on certain things. They never settle for one concept or idea, they prefer to think beyond, free of limitations. Albert Einstein, one of history's greatest critical thinkers, said that it's not that he was smart, but that he stayed with problems longer. He claimed that when given an hour to solve a problem, he would take 5 minutes to find the solution and the remaining time to try and define and research the problem. A true thinker is one who puts in more commitment and patience to truly understand a problem. One of the things that many of today's geniuses have in common is that they were high school dropouts, such as Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and Mark Zuckerberg. However, this doesn't mean they don't value education, it's just that they prefer learning on their own. They prefer to figure things out independently rather than waiting to be taught. Geniuses may not necessarily have formal education, but that doesn't keep them from going after exactly what they want. Their personal study can be an alternative to formal education or complement it. They try to learn something on their own to find solutions to problems they find fascinating. There are a few upsides to being self-taught, one of them being the freedom that comes with it. You learn what you want, when you want, and there are no restrictions. Have you ever wondered how geniuses are able to make connections between things that seem unrelated? Take Leonardo da Vinci, for example. He made a relationship between the sound of a bell and a stone hitting water, and made the connection that sound travels in waves. This ability to connect seemingly unrelated things is what sets geniuses apart. As Steve Jobs said, creativity is just connecting things. To be able to connect numerous dots and intermingle existing ideas, you need to think outside the box and be more receptive to different aspects and approaches to certain issues. One thing may lead to another, and before you know it, an idea pops up. In the 1830s, Morse was trying to figure out how to produce a telegraphic signal strong enough to transmit across all the United States. One day, he saw horses being exchanged at a relay station, and this sparked an idea that a traveling signal could be given periodic boosts of power. Before we continue, I'd like to ask if you are getting any value from this so far. If you are, please show us some support by kindly liking this video. Production is a key element in the lives of geniuses. While they may produce a lot of inventions, only a few of them gain significant recognition. Take Thomas Edison, for example, who held over 1,000 patents. Similarly, Isaac Asimov wrote more than 450 books before passing away at the age of 72. Mozart produced over 600 pieces of music before his untimely death at the age of 35. These individuals continued to produce numerous works and never stopped. They worked tirelessly to create things that they themselves could appreciate and that others could too. It doesn't matter if the first few tries don't go as planned. You get up and dust yourself off and proceed. The first time might not go over so well, but a time will come when you produce something remarkable. Displaying thoughts using images can often be more effective in conveying new ideas and information than simply writing them down. Geniuses have a unique ability to develop visual and spatial skills that enable them to present information in a variety of ways, rather than relying solely on mathematical or verbal approaches like their contemporaries. For example, Galileo used diagrams to explain his ideas and stimulate new ways of thinking. Albert Einstein was also known for formulating his subjects in multiple ways, some of which involved diagrams, as he had a very visual mind. In fact, he believed that numbers and words contributed little to his thinking process. So, when you have an idea, don't just write it out. Take the time to draw a few diagrams to accompany it. You may even find that doing so sparks new ideas and perspectives that you hadn't previously considered. Remember, sometimes a picture really is worth 1,000 words. Creative geniuses do not wait for chance, they go out and look for accidental discoveries. We need creativity in our day-to-day lives. It's very possible to train your brain to solve problems better, think differently, and make better connections. You may not be Mozart, Picasso, or Galileo, but you can always work towards increasing your ability to think more creatively. Always remember to approach things differently and embrace lifelong learning. Thank you for watching. Have a good day and I'll see you in the next one.